So welcome back to the 92 Automotive YouTube channel. Thank you to everybody that's watched and liked and commented on and shared the Triumph Stag video. It's been incredible, the response that I got for that. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting the numbers of subscribers that I've had. I genuinely really appreciate it. So thank you so much for everything that you guys are doing. So I thought for the next video, I thought I would actually show you one of my own cars and talk you through why I hate it. Because I hate it. I love it, but I hate it. And you guys will see, you know, I've got a love-hate relationship with this car. I've had it 5 years. It's a diesel PD 150. It doesn't go very fast. It looks all right. Everyone tells me it looks really cool, and I'm in so much trouble when I say that I don't like it, or I call it horrible things. I say horrible things about it, to it, anything. So it's kind of nice to share it with you, and you guys can tell me, am I right not to like my car, or am I wrong? And I don't mind, because I probably won't change my mind, because I do love this car. If anybody wants to try and make me love it, like by, you know, giving it a good bath, then I am not going to argue with that at all. Like, please, by all means, like, if somebody wants to sort it out, then go for it. He had a 1980s bath for this video, which is pretty much bucket, warm water with some bubbles in it, a mitt, a wash, a hose off, and a dry. I really haven't cared about this car for 5 years in terms of the way that it looks, because it's so covered in scratches. It's got loads of damage on it, but mechanically it's sound, apart from the hard pipe boost kit that I've got. It's held on by cable ties, but other than that, it's fine. It's fantastic. I take this around Coombe, like Castle Coombe. I've taken it around a couple of times. I'll be doing a few more track days in it as well this year, and hopefully a few more years if I can not crash it. That would be good. And you know what? I've really enjoyed it. We did Castle Coombe at Performance German Day recently, and yeah, I was the slowest car on the track. Not because of my driving, I might add, because I was really trying. It's my second time out of Coombe, and I was like, we were sat in the queue waiting to go out, and I was like, I don't think I want to go out in this session. Like, I think minimum like 300 horsepower was like the next slowest car to mine. Most of them were like well over 400, and I was just like, I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out. But I overcame that fear and decided, well, at least they'll go past quickly. And you know what? It was a really fun time, and he looked good doing it, and I will put a little clip of that in there somewhere. I'm sure I've got one downloaded from someone. So, but it was a good experience. It was good fun, and everybody went past me quickly. There was a few people overtaking in the corners and they shouldn't have, but to be honest, this car is so slow, I didn't really notice. So a lot of people ask me about the name, and you guys are going to find out a little bit of a secret about me. So I love Star Trek, and at the time I named my first Golf, which also has the same name, I was obsessed with the Enterprise series. Now their uniform, it's the exact same color as the paintwork, and their captain, Captain Archer, has yellow pinstriping on his uniform to say that he's a captain, and there's the yellow pinstriping. He's also got a couple of badges on the uniform to say, you know, what his rank is. That's technically what that was for, but it technically needs another letter, and I was just like, it's fine, 3 is fine. I followed the yellow theme through, so in the engine bay, I've also taken it up to the pinstriping on the sunstrip, and then into the car. There's lots of yellow in the car. But I also took the space theme through, and I've actually done a Starlight headliner. Now, a big thank you goes to my sister for this, because if it hadn't have been for her, it wouldn't have worked. So what I wanted to do, I'd had this crazy idea that I was going to do the exact replica of the night sky that my first Golf got written off at the exact time. Now, I wasn't sure if it was going to be possible. My sister, being the astrophysicist that she is, she actually helped me plot it all out. It took a couple of days, and then it took me several months to wire in all of the stars for it as well. But it looked great. And then last year, I think it was, we had a really hot summer, and then the headliner sagged and half of it's falling down. But I will still show you anyway, because I honestly don't really care how it looks anymore, because mechanically, it's pretty sound. But as you can see, I've done a few bits to him. He's got Team Dynamic Pro Race alloys on. I've done the yellow calipers, yellow pinstriping. I've smoothed the roof completely. No radio for me, which is great until my phone stopped working and I hadn't got Bluetooth music, so that wasn't very fun. Roof wrap. Obviously, I've got a lovely sunstrip, which is complete waste of time because it's so small, but it's completely road legal, so I've done the Formo front, I've done the Annie skirts, and I've done an Annie rear. So I'm here just to cover up the fact that this exhaust isn't on, just so that you can see. This sticker is probably nearly as old as me. I found it in a box of things when I was clearing out some stuff at my parents' house, and I decided that it would look really good on the car. Turns out it's a different yellow than I thought it was. So it's on there, it's reflective, and it's also upside down. I'm well aware of that. But a lot of people asked me if it was with the wiper delete kit. It wasn't, it was just completely random. And then I decided to do all the yellow inserts and just get rid of some of the red, because I wasn't a great fan of the red, but also, you know, it just livens things up a little bit. Now, you guys might not be able to see this from there, but trust me, I can. So these wheels, these are Team Dynamic Pro Races. I think they're Pro Race 2s. I'm not 100% sure. I bought them for like 80 odd quid with tyres, but I have since replaced the tyres. But they're flaking. There's loads of lack of peel. They look pretty shocking now. They need sorting out. But for an 80 quid set of wheels and tyres, I'm not going to complain. There is a lot of damage on the car as well. There's scratches up here, over there, over there. One of them's my toolbox, long story. One of them's a bike. It wasn't with a person on it. It was the bike in my garage. It's fine. The bike didn't survive too well, but the car was fine, apart from a couple of deep scratches, but oh well, never mind. There are a few other scratches. I've got some weird, like, thing that happened to the front of the car when it was in the garage at home. I didn't hit it. It just sort of burnt itself in the sun. It was a bit weird. So when I say I don't care about this car, I don't care about the way it looks anymore. You know, it's got scratches all over it. It's got swirl marks from a previous owner, and then I've just made them worse. It's got literally everything and anything. I honestly don't care anymore, because it's mechanically reliable. You know, I've realistically only had one problem that he's caused me, and even that was caused by somebody bodging a job like years before I had it. So in that respect, it's actually not a bad car, and I do quite like it. I mean, obviously some of the decisions I've made are interesting, to say the least. Especially with the yellow grille, but you know, I set it back so it wasn't so obvious, hoping you guys can see me, but I'm going to keep the video in anyway, even though it's probably too dark. So as you can see, here's a Golf. I put these lovely Magneti Morelli rear lights on as well, just to give it that ocean style spec. So to go through a couple of bits that I've actually done on the car, just so you guys get an idea of how little I've actually done in the last 5 years. I changed the shocks and springs to Bilstein B4 shocks, which are OE, and it's got lowering springs. I've done a big brake kit on it. I say a big brake kit, it's not really that big. It's only the 312s that came off the Annie. I've done the Annie fronts and rears on the brakes. I've also done the poly bushing underneath as well. I think the only things I've got left is the jack covers as well. And then I'm trying to think what else I've done. Could I say that might actually be it? Oh no, there's the hard pipe boost kit that keeps breaking every time I hit a pothole. So that's on there, not very well, but it's on there. It's held together by cable ties, which is not fun. And other than that, there isn't really a lot that I've done. I had a coolant hose pipe kit off Forge Motorsport, just so that I could replace a few of the old hoses, because they'd all kind of gone a bit funky. So I thought I'd do that. And that's it. There's nothing that exciting on the car. So the really great thing about these Lupo mirrors is they look great. They do look great outside the car. I love the stubby mirrors. Downside is that one on that side, on your side of the car, it's terrible. It's absolutely useless. I can't even say this car is economical, because I don't really get a very good miles to the gallon out of it anyway. But I suppose it's better than other cars, I guess. And I know that the next response I'm gonna get from a certain someone will be, yeah, but it's the way you drive it. And that's probably true, because I do drive it a little bit silly sometimes. But I keep that legal. I keep my fun legal. I am horrible about this car, but it's because I love it. You know, I do enjoy the car. I do love the car, and I know a lot of people that I know will say, "Oh, are you sure?" But I do. It turns heads. People sort of, "Oh, that looks a bit different," and they'll stop and talk, because everybody knows somebody that's got a Mark IV, had one, or you might have lived with one yourself at some point, and it's a nice atmosphere. The Golf family is just a really nice group of people. You know, it's just a really good vibe, and it's nice. It's genuinely nice. So there's one thing that I did learn when I was looking after the Stag for a bit, is that any problems with the car can also be called quirks. So another quirk with Archer is the radio keeps resetting itself every time I turn the car on and off, which is probably somewhere along the line someone's fitted it and it's not been done right, which is fine, I don't mind. So I have to reconnect with Bluetooth all the time manually. There's quite a lot I have to do sort of for that. But also, if I accelerate too hard off a junction or anywhere, really, the stereo actually comes out and knocks me in the knuckles, which is quite painful if you do it fast enough. So that's good fun. I'm trying to think what else is wrong with the car, actually. And you know what? Doing this video, I've kind of realised there isn't actually that much wrong with the car. It's just mostly the way that it looks, the bodywork, especially the bodywork. And I'm thinking, instead of replacing my window regs, I might just put racing windows in instead, because I can, and it might be cheaper to do it that way, but we'll see. So something I was thinking of as I was driving home, actually doing this video, I've been trying to think of things that are wrong about the car so that I can talk about it. It's kind of made me realise there isn't really that much wrong with it, and I don't think I actually hate it as much as I thought I did at the start of the video. And that was the whole point of the video, was so I could show you all why I hate the car. But actually, I don't think I do. I mean, I like the other one a little bit more because she's a little bit more fun. She's a petrol 1.8 turbo. She sounds a lot better. But I genuinely don't think I hate this car as much as I say I do. I don't think I'll ever hate this car as much as I say I do. And I think this was a good video, and I'm sure there'll be a few hallelujahs out there somewhere that I do actually enjoy it. And at the end of the day, it's a Golf. You know, I fell in love with the Mark IV Golf when I was 8 years old, and I've loved them ever since. And I genuinely think that I was always going to have a special place in my heart with this car. And I'm always going to have an Archer, whether it's this one or a different one. I think I'm always going to have one. So I'm going to end the video there. I've changed my mind from the original edit that I did. And I'm going to end the video there. I think that was quite a nice ending. So I will put the two things that I wanted to say at the end now. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe, and all of those things YouTubers ask you to do. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care. So two quick things before I end, because all terrible things must come to an end at some point. I have started selling 92 Automotive merch on the website. So things like hoodies, t-shirts, lanyards, stickers, it's all over there. Please do go across if you'd like anything and drop in an order. If there's anything that's not on there that you think would be a really good addition, please do let us know, either emailing the chat function, or you can drop a comment down here as well on the comments. But also, obviously, thank you again for getting this far. I appreciate it. I genuinely really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed the video as much as I've enjoyed trying to make it. Until I start editing it, I'll have changed my mind. Do like, comment, share, subscribe, everything that every YouTuber will obviously ask you to do. Everything means a massive, massive amount to me. So please, please, please do that. And I will see you on the next video. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. So if you've got any cars that you might want featuring, please do let me know and I'll come and see you.